Welcome back, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Rarest coins. Today we are diving into one of the most important and misunderstood coins in modern American history, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar. This is the coin that changed U.S. currency forever. Some online sources claim this quarter could be worth as much as $1.9 million. But how much of that is true? And what is this coin really worth? Let's uncover the full story. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. For more than 30 years, these quarters were struck in 90% silver, making them valuable both as currency and as precious metal. Everything changed in 1965. Due to rising silver prices and massive coin shortages, the United States Mint made a historic decision to remove silver from circulating quarters. The 1965 Washington quarter became the first regular-issue quarter made from a copper-nickel-clad composition instead of silver. This makes it one of the most historically significant coins in U.S. circulation. The coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse shows the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings. Unlike earlier coins, the 1965 quarter does not carry a mint mark. During this period, the Mint intentionally removed mint marks to discourage coin hoarding. In 1965, the U.S. Mint produced more than 1.8 billion Washington quarters. That enormous mintage means the vast majority of 1965 quarters are very common. If you find one in pocket change today, it is almost always worth face value of 25 cents. Since it contains no silver, there is no melt value boost like earlier quarters from 1964 and before. So why do people claim this coin is worth $1.9 million? The answer lies in rarity within condition, unusual minting circumstances, and confusion with experimental or error coins. While standard 1965 quarters are common, extremely rare versions do exist. A small number of 1965 quarters were struck on leftover silver plan case intended for 1964 quarters. These transitional error coins are incredibly rare and highly valuable. Authentic 1965 quarters struck on silver plan case are among the most sought after modern U.S. error coins. When properly authenticated and graded by professional grading services, these rare pieces can be worth tens of thousands of dollars or more, depending on condition. However, even these legendary errors have not reached a confirmed sale price of $1.9 million. Another category of rare 1965 quarters includes experimental strikes made during the transition away from silver. Some test coins were struck using different metal compositions as the Mint experimented with alternatives. These pieces were never meant for circulation and are extremely rare. When documented and verified, experimental coins can sell for very high prices at auction, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of thousands. Still, no verified public sale has confirmed a value of $1.9 million for a 1965 quarter. Condition also plays a role in value. A standard 1965 quarter in exceptionally high mint state condition can be worth more than face value. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are scarce and can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000. These coins show full mint luster, sharp details, and almost no imperfections, which is difficult to find due to the rough handling of coins during that era. If you think you may have a special 1965 quarter, there are a few things to look for. First, check the weight. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams, while a clad quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. Second, listen to the sound when gently dropped on a hard surface. Silver produces a distinct ringing tone compared to clad coins. Third, look at the edge. A silver quarter has a solid silver edge, while a clad quarter shows a copper stripe. If your coin appears unusual or unusually high quality, professional grading and authentication are essential. Never clean the coin, as cleaning can destroy its value. Certified coins have much higher credibility and market demand. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter is one of the most important coins in American history. Most examples are worth only 25 cents, but rare transitional errors, experimental strikes, and top-grade specimens can be worth significant money. While the $1.9 million claim is not supported by verified sales, the 1965 quarter remains a fascinating coin that proves even everyday change can hold incredible stories and surprising value. If you enjoyed this video and want more honest coin value breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment with the next coin you want us to explore. Welcome back, coin collectors, history lovers, and everyday treasure hunters. Today we are exploring a coin that many people have seen but few truly understand: the 1984 Washington quarter dollar. Recently, claims have appeared online suggesting that this coin could be worth as much as $1.7 million. That sounds unbelievable. So today we are going to separate fact from fiction and uncover the real history and value of the 1984 quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a left-facing portrait of Washington on the front and a bald eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. This design remained unchanged for decades and became one of the most recognizable coins in American history. By 1965, the U.S. Mint removed silver from quarters and replaced it with a copper nickel-clad composition, which is exactly what the 1984 quarter is made of. The 1984 Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located on the obverse near the date. In 1984, the Denver Mint produced more than 546 million quarters. Because of this extremely high mintage, the 1984 quarter is very common and still appears regularly in circulation today. If you find a 1984 quarter in your pocket change or coin jar, its normal value is 25 cents. Most circulated examples show wear from years of use, and since the coin contains no silver or precious metals, there is no additional melt value. For the average collector or casual finder, this coin does not carry a premium. So why do people believe the 1984 quarter could be worth $1.7 million? The answer lies in confusion, misinformation, and exaggerated claims online. Coin values are determined by rarity, condition, demand, and verified auction sales. While the 1984 quarter is common overall, there are rare situations where certain examples can be worth significantly more than face value. Condition is one of the biggest factors. Coins that were never circulated and remain in near-perfect condition are much harder to find than worn coins. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a numeric scale, and 1984 quarters graded MS67 or higher are scarce. These top-quality coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, and in rare cases over $1,000 at auction. Another source of added value comes from mint errors. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin production process. Examples include off-center strikes, clipped plan case, double die errors, broad strikes, or coins struck on the wrong metal. Authentic and dramatic mint errors are highly collectible and can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the rarity and visual appeal. Some rumors also mention experimental or transitional errors, such as coins struck on incorrect plan case. While such errors do exist in U.S. coinage history, there is no verified record of a 1984 Washington quarter selling for $1.7 million. Claims of million-dollar values usually come from misidentified coins, unrealistic asking prices, or clickbait content designed to attract views rather than provide accurate information. Even though the million-dollar claim is not supported by real sales, the 1984 quarter is still an important part of American coinage history. It represents the classic Washington quarter era before major changes in U.S. circulating coin designs. Collectors often seek high-grade examples to complete date and mint mark sets, which keeps interest in this coin alive. If you believe you may have a valuable 1984 quarter, examine it closely. Look for strong original luster, sharp details in Washington's hair, and clean surfaces with minimal marks. Check carefully for doubling in the lettering or date and watch for any unusual shapes or features. If your coin appears exceptional or shows a possible error, professional grading and authentication are essential steps to determine its true value. In conclusion, The 1984 D Washington quarter is usually worth only 25 cents, but rare high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The $1.7 million claim is not supported by verified auction records, but the excitement around this coin shows why coin collecting continues to fascinate people around the world. If you enjoyed this video and want more honest and detailed coin value breakdowns, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with the next coin you would like us to explore.
Welcome back, coin collectors and history lovers. Rarest coins. Today we are talking about a coin that has sparked huge excitement online, the 1987 D Washington quarter dollar. Some videos and posts claim this coin could be worth as much as $1.5 million. But is that true? Or is there more to the story? Stay with me as we explore the history, value, rare varieties, and the real reason this coin continues to attract attention. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in American history. By 1965, the United States Mint stopped using silver in quarters and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which is the same metal used for the 1987 D quarter. The 1987 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D Mint mark on the obverse near the date. That year, the Denver Mint produced more than 655 million quarters. Because of this extremely high mintage, the vast majority of 1987 D quarters are common and still found in circulation today. If you find one in pocket change, it is usually worth only face value of 25 cents. Why are people talking about this coin being worth so much money? The answer lies in condition, rarity within condition, and mint errors. While millions were produced, very few survive in absolutely perfect condition. Coins are graded on a scale, and the highest grades are extremely difficult to achieve. A 1987 D quarter graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services is rare and highly collectible. Some of these top-grade examples have sold for hundreds or even over $1,000 at auction. Another factor that can raise value is mint errors. Error coins are mistakes made during the minting process. These include off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, and coins struck on the wrong metal. A dramatic and authenticated mint error on a 1987 D quarter can significantly increase its value, sometimes reaching thousands of dollars depending on the type and severity of the error. Now let us address the big question. Is the 1987 D Washington quarter worth $1.5 million? The honest answer is no documented sale has ever reached anywhere near that amount. There is no verified auction record, museum purchase, or private sale confirming such a value. Claims of multi-million-dollar prices usually come from misinformation, misinterpreted listings, or exaggerated online content designed to attract views. That does not mean the coin is unimportant or boring. On the contrary, the 1987 D quarter represents an era of American coinage just before major changes like the state quarters program. It is also a reminder that modern coins can still be valuable under the right circumstances. High-grade coins and major mint errors are where the real money is found. That if you believe you have a special 1987 D quarter, examine it carefully. Look for strong luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear. Check for doubling in the lettering or date, and look for unusual shapes or missing details. If you think your coin is exceptional, consider professional grading. A certified coin has much more credibility and market value than an ungraded one. In conclusion, the 1987 D Washington quarter is usually worth only 25 cents, but rare high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. While the $1.5 million claim is a myth, the excitement around this coin reminds us why coin collecting is so fascinating. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than the coin itself. If you enjoyed this video and want more honest coin value breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with the next coin you want us to explore. If you want, I can also create a viral YouTube short script, rewrite this with more hype while staying truthful, make a title and description optimized for views. Just tell me thumbs up.
Welcome back, coin collectors, history fans, and treasure hunters. Today we are taking a deep dive into a modern coin that has created a lot of buzz online, the 1997 Washington quarter dollar. Some videos and posts claim this coin could be worth as much as $1.6 million. But how much is truth and how much is hype? Stay with me as we uncover the real history, value, and collectible potential of the 1997 quarter. The Washington quarter has a long and respected history in American coinage. It was first released in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and quickly became one of the most iconic images in United States currency. In 1965, the composition of the quarter changed from silver to a copper nickel-clad structure due to rising silver prices. The 1997 quarter continues this clad tradition and represents the final years before the state quarters program changed U.S. coin collecting forever. The 1997 Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from Philadelphia traditionally do not carry a mint mark, which is why you will not see a letter next to the date on this coin. In 1997, the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 800 million Washington quarters. Because of this massive production, the 1997 quarter is very common and still widely found in circulation today. If you find a 1997 quarter in your pocket change, the reality is that most are worth only their face value of 25 cents. These coins were heavily circulated and show normal wear from years of everyday use. Since they contain no silver or precious metal, there is no added melt value either. For the average circulated example, there is no premium above face value. So why are people claiming this coin is worth $1.6 million? The answer lies in misunderstanding how coin values work. Coin value is based on rarity, condition, demand, and verified auction sales. While millions of 1997 quarters exist, only a very tiny number survive in extremely high condition. Coins that are never circulated and remain flawless are extremely rare, even for modern issues. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a numeric scale. A 1997 quarter graded MS67 or higher is considered very scarce. These top-grade examples show full original mint luster, sharp details, and almost no imperfections. Some of the finest known examples have sold at auction for hundreds of dollars, and in rare cases over $1,000. These prices are impressive for a modern quarter, but they are still far below the $1 million range. Another way a 1997 quarter can become valuable is through mint errors. Error coins are created when something goes wrong during the minting process. Examples include double die errors, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped plan case, or coins struck on the wrong metal. Dramatic and authenticated errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. However, even the most extreme known errors for this date have not reached anywhere near $1.6 million. There is currently no verified auction record, museum sale, or a private transaction showing a 1997 Washington quarter selling for $1.6 million. Claims of such values are usually based on exaggerated online listings, misunderstandings, or clickbait content designed to attract views rather than provide accurate information. That said, the 1997 quarter is still an important coin in U.S. history. It represents the end of an era just before the launch of the state quarters program in 1999, which brought millions of new collectors into the hobby. Because of this timing, collectors often seek high-quality examples of late 1990s quarters to complete sets. If you think you may have a valuable 1997 quarter, examine it closely. Look for strong shine, sharp details in Washington's hair, and clean surfaces with no signs of wear. Check for doubling in the letters or numbers and look for unusual shapes or strike errors. If your coin appears exceptional, consider professional grading, which can confirm authenticity and significantly increase its market value. In conclusion, the 1997 Washington quarter is usually worth only 25 cents, but rare high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The $1.6 million claim is a myth. But the excitement surrounding this coin shows how even modern change can hold hidden value under the right conditions. If you enjoyed this video and want more honest coin value breakdowns, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with the next coin you want us to explore. Welcome back, coin collectors, history fans, and everyday treasure hunters. Rarest coins. Today we are taking a close look at a coin many people overlook, the 1979 D Washington quarter dollar. Recently, claims have been circulating online that this quarter could be worth as much as $1.8 million. But is that true, or is it just internet hype? Let's explore the real history, value, and rarity of the 1979 D quarter so you know exactly what to look for. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1932, when it was introduced to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features Washington's profile on the front and the heraldic eagle on the reverse. By 1965, the United States Mint had ended silver production in quarters and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which is what the 1979 D quarter is made from. The 1979 D Washington quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located on the obverse near the date. In 1979, the Denver Mint produced over 489 million quarters. With such a high mintage, this coin is considered very common and is still found regularly in circulation today. If you find a 1979 D quarter in your pocket change, the typical value is 25 cents. Most circulated examples show were from decades of use, and because the coin contains no silver or precious metals, there is no melt value beyond face value. For the majority of collectors and everyday finds, this coin does not carry a premium. So why do people believe this coin could be worth $1.8 million? The answer lies in rare exceptions, misunderstandings, and exaggerated online claims. Coin values are determined by rarity, condition, demand, and documented sales. While standard 1979 D quarters are common, certain extraordinary examples can be worth much more than face value. One way a 1979 D quarter becomes valuable is through condition. Coins that were never circulated and preserved in near-perfect condition are far rarer than worn coins. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a scale, and examples graded MS67 or higher are difficult to find. These top-quality coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, and in rare cases, over $1,000 at auction. Another source of value comes from mint errors. Errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. Examples include off-center strikes, clipped plan case, broad strikes, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong metal. Authentic and dramatic mint errors are highly collectible and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and visual impact. There have also been rumors about 1979 quarters struck on silver plan case or experimental metals. While traditional and experimental errors are known for some years, there is no verified public record of a 1979 D Washington quarter selling for $1.8 million. Claims of million-dollar values usually stem from misidentified coins, unverified listings, or confusion with other extremely rare U.S. coins. That does not mean the 1979 D quarter is unimportant. This coin represents the late Washington quarter era just before major design changes in American coinage, including the introduction of commemorative programs in later decades. Collectors still seek high-grade examples to complete date and mint sets. If you believe you have a valuable 1979 D quarter, examine it carefully. Look for strong original shine, sharp details in Washington's hair, and clean surfaces with minimal marks. Check for doubling in the lettering or date and look for any unusual characteristics. If your coin appears exceptional or shows a possible error, professional grading and authentication are essential to determine its true value. In conclusion, the 1979 D Washington quarter is usually worth only 25 cents, but rare high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The $1.8 million claim is not supported by verified sales, But the excitement around this coin highlights why coin collecting is so fascinating. Even common coins can become valuable under the right circumstances. If you enjoyed this video and want more honest and detailed coin value breakdowns, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment with the next coin you would like us to explore. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins from the modern era, a broken bar, the 1995 D Washington quarter. A coin many people pull out of pocket change thinking they might have stumbled onto a hidden fortune worth millions. But how much is this coin actually worth, and what makes some examples more valuable than others? You will find the truth right here. Chapter 1: History and Background. The Washington quarter first debuted in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design by John Flanagan features George Washington on the obverse and a bald eagle on the reverse. From 1932 through 1964, quarters were struck in 90% silver. In 1965, the composition changed to a copper-nickel-clad sandwich due to rising silver prices and demand for coins. The 1995 series includes coins struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The version we are focusing on is a Denver mint example, identified by the small D mint mark under the wreath on the reverse side. The Denver mint struck over 1.1 billion of these coins, making the 1995 D quarter one of the most common Washington quarters ever issued. High production means most coins you see are still only worth face value, but there are exceptions. In uncirculated or certified condition, collectors do pay premiums above face value. Chapter 2: What this coin looks like. The 1995 D Washington quarter is a standard quarter, 24.3 mm in diameter, weighing 5.67 grams of copper nickel clad with the pure copper core. The obverse features Washington's profile, the word liberty above, and the motto "In God We Trust" to the left. The reverse shows the eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath. The mint mark D appears on the reverse above the ribbons. Most of these coins look very familiar because billions were produced and circulated. Chapter 3: Value for everyday collectors. If you find a 1995 D Washington quarter in pocket change or a jar, it is almost certainly worth 25 cents. Yes, those common worn coins still trade at approximately face value. Even many uncirculated examples without any special attributes will only bring a few dollars from collectors. Typical mint state grades like MS-60 or MS-63 might only add $1 or $2 above face. Even some high uncirculated pieces only sell for about $10 or slightly more. Modern coins with high mintages simply are not rare enough to demand huge premiums by default. Chapter 4: Higher grades and auction records. What about coins in superb condition? These do have more value because collectors seek coins with full luster and sharp details. Certified coins graded MS-65 and above can be worth more. For the 1995 D quarter, pieces graded MS-67 or MS-67 plus by top grading services have sold in auctions for over $1,000. Auction records show 1995 D Washington quarters with extremely high grades have realized prices north of $1,400. These represent a tiny fraction of the total population. Only a handful receive the highest grades because most die-struck coins suffer some micro-imperfections or contact marks from production and handling before they enter collectors' hands. Top certified examples can fetch significant premiums compared with everyday circulation pieces because collectors prize quality and eye appeal. Chapter 5: Error varieties and collectible interest beyond grade. Some 1995 quarters can be more collectible due to mint errors. Double die obverse coins, where date or lettering appears doubled, strike interest among variety collectors and often bring more than typical mint state values. Other errors include off-center strikes, clipped plan case, broad strikes, or coin struck on wrong plan case. These errors require careful study to verify and authenticate. Rarer coins can bring hundreds to a few $1,000s depending on the type and severity of the mistake. Even then, A dramatic error quarter has not been documented at the multi-million-dollar levels some online videos claim. Most recorded auction sales for error 1995 quarters range from tens to perhaps a couple $1,000s for unusual examples. Chapter 6 Why you might see online videos claiming millions in the last few years. Online platforms have been flooded with viral clips claiming everyday coins are worth tens of thousands or even millions of dollars. It is important to separate hype from documented sales. The reality is that coin value is driven by rarity, demand, condition, and verified auction results. There is no authenticated record of a 1995D Washington quarter ever selling for $1.4 million. The highest confirmed sales for the state or in mint are in the high hundreds to low thousands, and those are for exceptional condition coins or significant errors that have been graded and verified by reputable third-party grading services. Chapter 7 How to check your coin if you have a 1995D quarter and wonder if it might be valuable. Here are steps you should take. First, examine the coin for wear, scratches, or marks that might diminish its grade. Second, look for dramatic errors like doubled images, missing features, or off-center strikes. Third, consider having the coin professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC if you believe it might be in extremely high condition or an error variety. Professional grading provides authentication and a numerical grade that helps determine real market value. Conclusion Encouragement and reality The 1995D Washington quarter is a fascinating modern coin with a long production history. Most of these coins are worth only their face value. However, in mint state and certified condition or with rare errors, some examples are far more valuable to collectors. Just remember that values are based on verified sales and market demand, not internet hype. If you want a realistic cash figure, the highest certified examples have sold for over $1,000 in auctions. This means while some coins are worth money, they are not hidden seven-figure treasures unless there is an extraordinary and authenticated discovery. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1995D Washington quarter, hit like and subscribe for more coin collecting deep dives. Let us know in the comments if you have one of these coins and what condition it is in. If you want, I can also help you make a short punchy version for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Just ask.